Hey, I'm William. Today we're going to show you how to test and replace the display control on your LG front load washer. If you're experiencing problems like the display not lighting up, buttons not responding, or cycles not starting, it might be time to check or replace this part. Now before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful appliance repair guides. Let's get started. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For today's work, we'll need a Phillips screwdriver, a Flathead screwdriver, and a multimeter to get the job done. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your front load washer by unplugging it or switching the breaker off. With the power disconnected and our tools in hand, we are ready to start troubleshooting. We're grabbing our Phillips screwdriver and removing the 2 mounting screws securing the top panel to the washer, located at the back corners. We're sliding the top panel to the rear of the washer, lifting it up, and then setting it to the side. We're plugging the power cord back in and setting our meter to volts AC, which looks like a V with a squiggly line. Extreme care should always be taken to protect against electrical shock, which could potentially result in serious injury. Please do not test live voltage if you are uncomfortable using a multimeter around live voltage. We're testing the 2 wires at the white connector for 120 volts AC. And if you'd like to know more about how to use a multimeter, we've put together a comprehensive tutorial for you, so check out the link in the description. If there is 120 volts present, we will do the same for the red connector. If there's not 120 volts AC present at the red connector, the noise filter has failed and would need to be replaced. If voltage is present, we can continue troubleshooting. Since we found 120 volts AC at the noise filter, we are going to look for an illuminated red LED on the main control. If the red LED is illuminated, we will need to check for voltage at the 8-pin 6-wire connector going to the display control. With our meter set to DC voltage, which looks like a V with a dotted line, we are testing from the red wire with our black probe to the orange wire with our red probe. We should read 12 volts DC. We're also testing from the red wire with the black probe to the yellow wire with our red probe, and we should see 5 volts DC. If the LED is not illuminated or the DC voltage is not present, the main control needs to be replaced. If the red LED is illuminated and DC voltage is present, the display control would be the cause of failure. To replace the display control, we're unplugging the power cord and removing the dispenser drawer. We're removing the selector knob as well by pulling it away firmly. We're removing the 2 Phillips screws located where we just pulled the drawer out, as well as 1 screw located at the top right-hand corner of the display console. Now we're removing the wires from the retainers and disconnecting the display control wires, lifting up at the top of the console and rotating the console out. You may need to use a flathead screwdriver to help get those locking tabs out of that panel. Now we're removing the Phillips screws securing the display control to the console, then lifting the display control up and away. Here's the old display control and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. We're setting the display control into the console and secured it with the Phillips screws we removed. We're sliding the console onto the washer, guiding the wires through as we go. We're securing the console in place by pressing firmly at the top and then installing the 3 Phillips screws that we removed. We're going ahead and inserting the dispenser drawer. Now we're connecting the display control wires to the main harness and securing them with the retainers. We're pressing the selector knob onto the selector stem. Now we're sliding the top panel onto the washer and securing it with the Phillips screws we removed at the beginning. Don't forget to plug your power cord back in, and with that, we are done. Great job tackling the display issues on your LG washer. If you have any questions or tips from your own experience, please feel free to share in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you still need a replacement display control, just grab your model number and visit AppliancePartsPros.com. Most orders arrive within just a couple of days, so you'll have your washer back in working order in no time. Thanks for choosing us to guide you through this repair, and we look forward to being part of your next project.